So very quickly in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to edit pictures. Okay, so you being in the media unit, it is expected that you should be able to edit the church pictures, and even aside that, your personal pictures or likely family and friends picture. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive into it. So yeah, basically we are currently using a Canon camera at the time this video is being recorded. Okay, so let's assume that you have gotten the pictures from the camera. So I'm going to be using Snapseed. So basically I make use of Snapseed to edit pictures, which is very fast and easy. Okay, so I'm just going to click on open, right? So let me because I just finished editing a picture, so let me remove it from the minimize section so that we can open Snapseed newly. So yeah, this is Snapseed. Now this is the interface of Snapseed. So if you just install the Snapseed, it's expected that you give Snapseed access to your images so that you can easily select them. So I'm going to click on the plus sign here, then I'm going to select the image I want to edit. Okay, so I have set of pictures that were sent to me after we got it from the picture camera. Okay, so let me go to images. Okay, so these are unedited pictures that were taken on a Sunday service. So very quickly, let's edit together. Okay, so let me select, I'm going to select stage pictures. I'll select the church picture, and also likely if I see any picture outside, I can also select that too, because it depends on when and where the picture was taken. That would basically determine the kind of editing you do to it. So very quickly, let me select this picture. Okay, and in terms of selecting picture, so as at the time this video is being recorded, so over time there might be changes to it, but as of now we ensure that we take more of proper pictures, and then we edit them, as well as people writing during his ministration, people praying, and also people listening to his teaching, okay, and himself when he's preaching and during his prayer session, right? So make sure to have as many pictures as we could get from such section. And also aside papa's administration, also it is expected that we get ministers pictures. That is, for as many ministers on the stage, we must ensure to have at least two pictures of them so that we can also promote. And also talking about members, we ensure that we get more praying moments, we get more dancing moments, especially, in fact, that dancing moment is very very essential, right? Because most people tend to be triggered when they see people dancing pictures, right? So also another criteria in selecting a good picture is that you ensure that we take the pictures in group, right? Likely the photographer likely couldn't take much pictures in group. We must ensure that we find pictures that are in group, because church pictures are not photo studio pictures. Photo studio picture is a picture where you pose, you do different style and your photographer snaps you. But then in church, we basically capture moments in the church and not personal interest pictures. Hope you understand what I'm saying. So basically we tend to just take pictures of people dancing because it's a moment in church. Likely people giving offering is a moment in church. Likely drama is a moment in church. Right? It's moments that took place on that service day, whether it's a program, whether it's a Sunday program, or likely any event, right? So that's basically what pictures, it tells us a story of how the event went. Hope you get now. So looking at this particular picture now, it's representing dancing moments. You can see a lady raising her hands, and also a young man bending down and lifting up his hands. So very quickly, I'm going to come to tools here, and then I'm going to select HDR scale, right? So now with the HDR scale, at first it will bring you to nature. Now let me show you something. Now look at nature, look at what eye looks like. No, this is rough, right? Look at people. Now the difference is very very clear. You can see the difference now. So now you can decide to increase, and you can decide, look at what I did. I just scroll past on the screen. So you can decide to increase and you can decide to reduce, depends on you as the editor. But however, if you leave it like this, it's not really professional, because there's no difference between this picture and the unedited one. So basically I will just, let me say I want to increase it a little bit, and if there is need for brightness, you can easily add brightness to it. And if there's a need for saturation, you can add saturation. But one of the things you need to know about saturation is that saturation tends to add color to the skin. However, look at this is off, right? It's way too much. So basically I can just reduce it a little bit. However, I want to add little saturation. So you must make sure that you focus on the main image that is looking at this picture. Now if anybody comes across this picture, where their focus will be on is this lady and also this young man. So basically you must ensure that you are not adding too much saturation to their skins, right? So now I don't want to add too much saturation, so let's say I'm okay with this. Then I'll click on the check mark here to show that I've selected something. Now if you hold on, you can see the difference. This was the unedited, look at the edited now. Okay, so now aside, I'll come over to soon image, and likely I may want to increase the brightness a little bit. I may want to add contrast. When you add contrast, when it's too much, look at that it becomes. And I don't think I should add contrast to this. Okay, so how about saturation? No, I feel like this is still cool. Okay, 5 is okay. Ambience, wow, ambience makes more sense. Okay, you must pay attention to both skins so that you don't focus on one person's skin and at the end you are causing damage to the other person's skin. Okay, so highlights, this is, if I bring it down a bit, at least it makes sense, then also shadow, let me reduce the shadow and let's see. One of the beauty of shadow is that it tends to make the picture more sharper and clearer, so you don't need to add too much shadow depending on the picture, right? So whatever edit you are doing to a picture, it depends on the picture itself, right? There are some that you need to add a lot of saturation, there are some where you need to add highlight, there are somewhere you need to increase the brightness, there are somewhere you need to reduce the brightness, so depending on the picture itself. So I'm done with this, and then I'll come over to detail, which is the last tool I'm using for the picture. So you can increase the saturation a little bit and also the sharpening. Okay, so let's see the difference. Can you see now? The difference is very clear. Okay, so when you are done, you can then click on export, right? So automatically Snapseed saves the picture to your phone. So let me use, I don't want this video to be too long so that you can easily watch the video and understand it very well. So let me select another picture now. Okay, let's say I want to pick a picture from stage. Okay, so let me select a picture. Now looking at this picture, it seems as if she's way too far, so you can head over to crop, right, and crop out parts that you don't want. Likely the stage is too much, or likely I want it to be like this, so I can easily crop it out and boom. You know, there are times where pictures were taken and likely the person beside the main image is not really posing very well and we can't promote, so you can crop out that person that is not posing very well so that you can make use of that other person that is okay for the picture. So looking at this, I went over to HDR scale again. Okay, and then I can increase the brightness of this because I feel like it's too dark, and likely I can add a bit of saturation. Can you see what saturation does? It add color to it, and let's say I'm cool with this now. Then I will head over to tone image. Let me see if I can increase the brightness a little bit. Come over to saturation, is there need? Yes. Come over to ambience, is there need? Yes. And let's see shadow, is there need for shadow? Okay, so shadow, most times I like to reduce my shadow because it adds more beauty to it and make it sharper. Okay, sometimes you may need to add warmth, right? Warmth is just like coloring on. Look at this now, this is off, so I prefer to just leave it. Most of the times pictures that are taken on stage, there is no need for you to, like the church stage, there's no need for you to add warmth to them. Okay, so I am done with this, and the last thing I'll add is structure. Sorry, so I'm going to increase the structure a little bit and increase the sharpening. Okay, so this is cool, this is awesome, this is beautiful. I'm going to export it also. All right, so last picture that I'm going to select is likely a picture from outside. Okay, so let's scroll down and find if we can find a picture that was taken outside of the church. Is there any? Oh, let me see if I can use my picture. Okay, or likely let's use this lady's picture. Okay, so it seems as if she's too far, so let me try and crop her so we can have something that is close. Okay, so now I can head over to HDR scale Okay, so now I can increase the brightness. I can add a bit of saturation to this, but not too much. Don't forget that she's a fair skinned person, so you must be very conscious of adding saturation so you don't add too much color to our skin. So now you can see the difference now, but we are not done. Let's head over to tune image. Let's add a bit of saturation if we can. Okay, there's no need for saturation anymore. Let's add the ambience. Okay, what about highlights? Should we? What about shadow? Should we? What about warmth? Okay, let's add a little bit of warmth. I love putting warmth in pictures that are taken outside. Okay, so let me add a bit of sharp structure to this and sharpening. Awesome. So we are done with this. Look at the difference. Look at how dark, and this doesn't look that attractive, but look at this now. This is way okay. So I can export this as well. Okay, now that I'm done with all the pictures that I want to edit, what's the next thing I'm going to do? I'm going to tag those pictures, right? I'm going to tag the pictures so that whenever you come across the picture on our social media handles, you can be aware that okay, this one was taken on a tribe Sunday, this one was taken on a casual Sunday, or this one was taken this day. All right, so there are two tools I basically use to tag pictures. I can make use of Pixel Lab, which is my graphic design app, or I can also make use of InShot. So let me start with InShot. Alright, so InShot is an app that enables you to edit pictures as well as edit videos. So I'm going to click on photo, and then I'm going to select the pictures which I edited. So I'll start with this lady. Okay, so now I want to tag her. So I'll head over to sticker here, and then I'm going to click on this image. Okay, so I want to select from my gallery. I'll click on import. So then I'm going to select where my transparent tag design is. Okay, so I designed it on Pixel Lab. Okay, so this is the tag I want to use. All right, so it has a transparent background, so I'm just going to zoom so that it can fit in into this, but you must be very conscious that it covers the whole down space. Can you see this now? Look at how beautiful this looks now. So it has been tagged. So I'll click on export. Right, so I've exported it. Look at how beautiful the image looks. So let's do one more. Let's tag another picture. So let me tag this that was recently edited as well. Okay, and I'm going to also tag a kind of portrait picture, because these are landscape pictures. Okay, let's see. Very quickly, I'm going to tag them. Okay, look at this now. All right, tribe Sunday. Let's preview. Let's check it out. Yeah, beautiful. So one more picture, and so I also edited this. Okay, oh, this one is tagged already. Let me select this instead. Okay, so this is untagged, so I'm going to click on image. I'll click on this, and then I'm going to just zoom out and get it tagged. Okay, yeah, awesome. So and then I'm going to export it as well. So boom, we are done, right? We are done. Okay, so is there another thing? Okay, so I just did for InShot. So what if you have a Pixel Lab application? Because I prefer Pixel Lab to tagging pictures because it's way easy to do. Okay, so now let's start from a new project, right? So what am I going to do? I'm going to just click on use image from gallery, then I'm going to select the edited picture. So let's go. So these are the picture. So let me select this lady. Okay, then I'm going to click on the plus sign, click on from gallery, so that I can select where my transparent tag design is. So don't forget that I created the tag on my Pixel Lab application. So I'm going to then zoom. Okay, I'm coming. So this was how I imported it. So let me just zoom it. So I zoom by the edge and not by the sides. So I'm going to zoom, keep zooming so I have something that's perfect. Then I'll head over to relative position and put at the center. Then I can lock this. Okay, so then I'm going to export this. Just leave the settings like this, JPEG, and the dimension should be on default, while the format should be on JPEG. So I'm going to export this now. So I've exported this. So the beauty of Pixel Lab is that you can easily edit numerous pictures by tagging numerous pictures faster than InShot. So now this is a landscape picture, right? So now I want to just easily tag another one. So this is also a landscape picture, right? So now you can see that the tag went missing because though they are landscape, but then we did little cropping, so there's difference in size. So now this is what we want. Then I'm going to export this as well. So let me use one more pictures or two, and then we end this particular video. Okay, so let's go head over to Snapseed again. Let me select another portrait picture if I can find any. Okay, here's another portrait picture. Okay, you can see that the tag went up. However, I can do little corrections to it. I can just pull it down, and to be sure I need to ensure that it's at the center. Yeah, so I'm going to also export this. And finally, let me do for a portrait picture. Okay, so I'm going to do for a portrait picture. Where is let's see, shots. Okay, okay, I edited it here too. Alright, so here's a portrait picture. I'm going to click on OK. Now you see that the tag went up because there's difference in size. Now the ones we edited before were landscape, and now this is portrait. So I'll just click on this, and then I'll head over to relative position. I'll click on this down. And see, it brought it down, and then I'll click on center. Can you see now? So this is awesome. And I'm going to export also, and boom, we are done. So this is basically how you get to edit pictures, and also how you get to tag them. Okay, so if you have questions, my DM is always open, so you can reach out to me for your questions.